So today we are going to be trying out the Simple Glam Girls oval face brushes, and eye brushes, oval stock. So I've never used any sort of brushes like these before, and today we are going to try as many as I possibly can and I'm going to let you guys know what I think of them at the end of this video. So keep watching this video if you want to find out how those brushes are. I'm so excited to use these. So yeah, let's get started. So I guess I'll just start with a primer. I'm not going to use a brush for this because I never really do, so I'm going to be using Benefit Porefessional. One thing I've learned from this product is once it starts getting hot, like temperature wise outside, this thing starts to like melt and separate and go like oily, so it's like what would happen if you kept it in the fridge? You guys might be able to tell, but I'm pretty sunburnt right now and it kind of sucks. I laid on layers and layers of sunscreen and I reapplied a bunch and I'm still sunburnt. What a delight. Okay, for foundation I'm going to use my trusty NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation in the shade Gobi. Will this one work? No, these are all pretty big, so I guess I'll just go into this one. I'm just going to apply it straight onto the brush. Don't know if you're meant to do that, but I'm going to do it anyways. Oh, that is so soft. As you can tell, I pretty much have never put these brushes on my face before. I got them as soon as I came back from Sydney, and immediately after I got back I was going camping. So I had to leave these guys behind and try them out another day. It almost makes it kind of drag on my skin a bit. As you can see, this bit here kind of bends. The brush does seem to soak up a little bit of the product that is expected with such a dense brush. You know, these things are not at all flimsy, they are very packed with hairs. I don't know if there even can be a bad quality version of this brush. I mean, you couldn't make this if it wasn't like densely packed enough, if you know what I mean. So the products that I'm going to be using today are things that I would normally use, obviously with a regular brush, so I could just see how they work out with something else. My nose is going to start to peel soon. Ew. Okay, coverage wise, this is pretty much like standard. I feel like most of my foundations are like this. I might have to add a little bit where I need it, like a little bit more foundation. Okay, the brush has just shed a tiny bit. This does blend really nicely though, so I'm happy with that. So for concealer, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, and I'm going to be using a slightly smaller brush, just so I can have a little more precision. I'm not sure if this one will be small enough, but I can't believe I even got sunburnt under my eye. How weird is that? Okay, so I'm really happy about how those brushes blended my foundation and concealer, so now we're going to move on to powder. So I'm going to try out the biggest one in the set. This one here, it's like the size of like my cheek. But let's just give it a go. So for powder, I'm going to be using my Veil Finishing Powder in Translucent. And I don't know if I meant to use a loose powder, but so oh my god. Whoa, that picked up a lot of product. Okay, so patting the product in goes really well, but what would happen if I were to swipe? Oh, okay, that works pretty well too. Oh, this powder makes me want to sneeze. Okay, so now I guess I'm going to try and contour with my Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting powder in medium. And I'm going to be taking the same brush I use for concealer. Obviously I've cleaned it and everything. So let's just give this a go. So now I've just cleaned off that brush I used for contouring and I'm going to use it now for blush. This is the Balm Downboy blush. It's taking me a while to build up the product, but that's okay. So now I'm going to be taking a slightly smaller brush, this one here, and I'm going to be using that to highlight. This is my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. Ugh. Oh, look at that, that's so fresh. Nice. I hate how you guys are never able to see what my highlighter looks like. Oh, it's so annoying. Okay, so I'm really happy about how my base went. So now I'm going to try and do my eyes. So I'm not entirely sure here if I can use these brushes on my eyes, but I am going to attempt, and if there isn't one for something that I want to do, I'm just going to go ahead and use a normal brush. So for this I'm going to be using my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to be using this brush here. This is the smallest oval one in the set, and I'm going to be picking up my normal base colour and applying that all over my eyelid. You can probably tell this brush is probably too big for my eyes, but we're gonna try anyways. Now I'm gonna try and blend something into my crease with one of these. This is this tiny little brush here. I'm not even sure if you're meant to use it for blending. I've seen people use these to apply lip colours, but I'm just gonna try and blend something into my crease with this. So I'm gonna be taking this shade in the middle here, this one, and let's just see how this goes. Okay, surprisingly that worked pretty good. So I'm going to take a slightly darker shade, this one down here, and apply that again into my crease. Now I'm going to take that colour and place it on the inner third of my lid and leaving the middle space bare. Okay, honestly I thought like putting eyeshadow on with these brushes was going to be a lot more difficult, but I can assure you this is actually pretty easy. Okay, so now I'm going to deepen my crease a bit further with this shade here. I'm only going to be applying that to the very outer corner and the very inner corner. Okay, so now I'm going to try and bring some shadows underneath my eye. So for that I'm going to be using this little brush here. As you can see, it's pretty thin and looks like I could use it for like eyeliner, smudging out eyeliner, stuff like that. So I'm going to be taking this colour here and I'm going to blend that underneath my eye. Just going to go ahead and blend that out with the brush I was using before. Okay, so now I'm going to take a fresh one of those little blendy brushes and I'm going to apply maybe this shade here on my brow bone. I'm going to go back in with that Becca Moonstone highlighter and use that to highlight my inner corners and that blank space we left on my lid. So there are still two brushes here that I haven't used. These two, I'm not really sure what to use them for. I probably could use them for like nose contouring, but I don't really need to do that. So I guess I'm just going to try those out another time because, I don't know, I need to find a use for them, I guess. So I'm going to line my waterline with my NYX Wonder pencil in the shade Light, as per usual. Just going to go ahead and apply my normal mascara, the Rimmel Volume Colourist. So now I'm going to quickly fill in my brows. This is the Revlon Brow Fantasy in the shade Dark Brown. And then I'm going to be using the Step 2 side, the gel, to secure my eyebrows in place. Okay, so finally I'm going to be using my Jeffree Star Blue Liquid Lipstick in the shade Androgyny. So I am super happy with how those brushes turned out. I've never tried any sort of brushes like those before. I find that they'd be a great cheaper alternative to the Artiste brushes. These brushes retail in the set that I have for $100. I honestly think that that is such a better price than all those other brushes, all those like other oval brush sets. So I'm really happy with how these went and how these applied. I would totally use these every day, and I'm really happy with the effect that it gave. It looks exactly like how I would normally do my makeup. I expected that there was going to be some like mad difference, but obviously not. So if you guys want to purchase your own set of brushes, I have a discount code in the description below along with the link to their website. You enter in TayTayFace20 at your checkout to receive 20% off any purchase from the website. I also have here a set of 3 sponges that I will hopefully get to try out in my next video. I'm really excited to use these. These retail for $15, I think. I don't know, I'll put all the links down below so you guys can find these. So shout out to Simple Glam Girls, you guys are the best. I'm really happy with how this turned out again. So thank you so much. Thank you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next week.